Hello guys and welcome to Netrunner Store Championship from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Covenant Store. I'm Steven.
And I'm Tim.
And we are watching the resolution of the losers bracket from the old Store Championships. My goodness, Tim, who are these players? Tell us their stories.
On the right, we have Sasha Friedman.
The Shovel.
The Shovel, that's what we call him. He won our regionals last year. He came in second at the Kansas City regionals last year.
He's all the way from Lawrence, Kansas.
He's from Lawrence, Kansas. He's a great player. We've known him for a little over a year now. And then on the left is Ryan Dwan, who is from, I believe, Texas. And he's just a solid player.
Well, he's here in the top of the losers bracket, so he obviously has made it work.
He's playing some Andromeda.
All right.
And her ability is that you start the game with 9 cards.
I see.
So she draws the cards that she wants.
Very consistent runner, some would say. It's kind of like saving 4 clicks right off the front end of the game.
It's like taking a turn before the game starts of just drawing.
Of just economy and your stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, we've seen Andromeda a lot. Anyone who's followed this game over the past X amount of months and years has seen Andromeda pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Because the criminal cards are great, and they're especially great when they're consistently there. And now we know that it's Stealth Andy.
Silencer security testing.
Yeah.
I'll take it. So
Stealth Andy making a big kind of splash on the scene in response primarily to replicating perfection, breaking those Kamainus and Sarugis for a lot cheaper with Switchblade.
Yeah.
And just consistent, good economy. You really can't do Andy wrong. So it's not going to, I don't know. Now, Sasha running archers, this is going to kind of put a dent in his game plan, I think.
I agree.
This is not what he wants to see ultimately.
Unless Ryan just doesn't ever see a Switchblade.
That's true. Except I think he has one in his hand right there.
Possible.
I think I saw one right there.
Let's not talk about it.
All right, so first thing is running the remote. Make him prove it. Probably going to see a Sand down there. We can only assume, unless that's like a early Gia hands. Now, you can sneak out stuff on criminals these days because they're not running inside job.
Which is crazy to me.
They are not doing it. Well, he accesses Eve campaign, which is just a thud.
It's worse than Sand, I think.
It's a bummer, man. You just never know whether to trash it or not. You never know. And he's going to let
him keep it. I don't think
you
do here.
He's going to let him keep it. It's too big of an early tempo hit to just lose 5 for nothing.
Yep.
It's not even threatening anything. It's not even rezzed, you know what I mean?
It's really tough. Switchblade.
There's Switchblade. And going to run Archives here. Seeing the Eli. Well, that shuts Archives down for a while. I'm running R&D, I should say. And forgot the Eve campaign res. And we said, oh, that's fine. I'm Andy. I'll make it.
Yeah, some good sportsmanship there.
This is what it's about, guys. This is why we do what we do. This is why tabletop is tabletop. You don't have to take it so dang seriously, you know what I mean?
It's just a game.
They just forgot, nobody forgot. We all knew that was happening. We all knew what was going on. No need to be a weird about it.
And then Andy's siphon.
Siphon, yeah, exactly. Sasha playing a hedge fund, getting back in the money. And I got to say, a lot of players looking... Oh, there's IQ. Oh, that looks good. What's that, 3? You have 3 cards in hand? I love that play. I love that over the remote. Oh, yeah. That is good, man.
Are we sure it's pronounced IQ?
Pretty sure.
It's not IQ.
I'm pretty sure it's IQ, yeah. Thank you, Tim. Man, 3 in running security testing. There's that Desperado money.
So he paid for that Desperado with that.
That's what the criminals love. Sasha coming back in. Now, a lot of players looking at Sasha's deck as kind of getting into this, and it looks low on money when you first see it. It doesn't have anything fancy outside of hedge fund. It's got the assets and a lot of expensive ice, and you say, man, there's no way. But way.
Way.
Let me tell you, way. Try it. Run it out. This deck is on the web. I know it's been posted a lot of places. It's on Netrunner DB. I forget what the name of it is. What do you call it? Remember what he called it?
I don't. Electric Boogaloo 2?
I think they're actually right.
Is that really?
Just search for Sasha Friedman. You'll find it. You'll find this thing. Streetcar, road car.
Car?
It's some kind of a car. It's a... It really is. I swear it is.
I think I saw someone say something about that. I thought they said it was car.
It's like streetcar, car. Look for car. Search for car.
Search for cars. Netrunner.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Netrunner or you'll be really confused.
Yeah. Streetcar.
So Andy's drawn some cards there.
Andy's drawn up. And I'll tell you what. Watching Andy draw is it's always a bit of a bummer because you want to kind of get online super quick with that 9-card hand and then just start to put pressure on.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen a little bit of that. Now that we have Desperado out, there's not a lot of warmth.
Victor 2.
Dude, Victor 2 could do some work here.
You can't click through it.
We can't click this at all.
I love Victor 2.
All right.
Not because of the trace. Not because of the brand image. Because you can't click through it with one click left.
You can't click through it, and it cost Andy... cost Andy some money there to beat that trace. I don't think Sasha pumped it.
No.
And then the run ended. So now we got a big old 5-strength code gate.
And then Andy's like, I need a code gate breaker step.
Yeah. I mean, you can click through for 2, but like...
You don't want
That's just wrong.
You can, but you can't.
It's just wrong.
Maybe for a siphon.
Yeah, for a siphon, I'd do it.
But even then, it's like...
What's the ice behind it?
I bet you'd find out.
Yeah, real quick. Oh, and going horizontal here. Sasha saying install, gain a credit.
How much you want to bet one of those is an agenda?
I would put about 50-50 odds on a Gia hands being out there.
What if they're both Gia hands?
Well, that's an easy way to lose 2 points if you got it. You got Desperado. It's hard to bluff remotes like that with Desperado. It just, you get paid to check.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably check them. But...
They could also be like Adonis.
Or Eve.
First click is security testing there. Second's going to be legwork.
Click, click.
And we're going to click. Ooh, this is bold. Tim, this is bold.
It's very bold.
We have ice back here that is unknown. We're going in for the legwork. And there's the IQ. Well, that'll end that.
I really hope one of those is a Gillihan's.
I'll tell you one thing. Gordian Blade looks really good on that HQ server. For once, sticking strength matters.
Yep.
Gets the Eve, draws, and we're going to see if he scores one out here. Did he sneak a peek?
Sneak a peek.
Yep. Oh, there it is. And
Gillihan's. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Called it.
Man. We're just some boys playing Netrunner. Knowing what we're doing.
Just boy things.
Look at those IQs, man. Just locking servers down. Ugh.
No one wants to break a 5-string code gate.
I hate code gates. Why are they the worst thing?
Because you never want to break them. That's why they're the worst.
I think we've just been so spoiled by Yogg. It's like we've had one entire ice type that has been free to break. And now it's not free anymore. And so we hate paying for it. Especially us Anarchs. Because thanks to everyone else, importing Yogg and making it all insane, they had to release bigger code gates to shut us down. Unbelievable. Don't like it. I liked it a lot better when I could just have Yogg and Mimic and Corroder. Yeah. There's a passport. Oh, we got another legwork coming in. So is there a signal here? Is the signal that I installed into remote because I was agenda flooded? Is that particularly what's being thought here?
Yes. I think so.
Or is it that, well, yes. 1, yes. 2, no. 3, yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, signal was taken and capitalized on. Goodness gracious.
I wonder if that other card's an agenda.
So Sasha may well be flooded out here. I mean, we know that he was. All right, so now we know. 4 points to 1.
Boom!
There's the other hands.
Double Gila.
Boy, that really, the weird thing about that is it just matters so little.
He's just getting it out of the game.
Yeah, he's getting, basically it's to prevent the steal. I mean, more than anything. Because, 2 Gia hands.
I think I saw another one in his hand. That's so many agendas.
Well, can the shovel make it out of this one is the question.
Well, we'll see if he can shovel his way out.
Start digging, Sasha.
He is the shovel knight.
Start digging. He's got some decent little servers. Kind of hard to get through. IQs.
That remote is virtually impenetrable right now.
Just a fim away. Boys, the stealth breakers are doing some serious work here, though.
No, they're not. Incorrect.
Man, Sasha having to decide what his life's going to be like here. All right, so Andy just getting some money.
How about security testing just completely being awesome?
You know what? I really missed it on that card. I just thought to myself, 2 credits? What, you know, Armitage click? You got to run for it?
And then you played criminal.
Yeah, and then I was wrong. It really, I mean, Data Sucker, I feel like, is what puts it over the top.
I agree.
And we haven't seen Data Sucker, so it is hard, though, to say, well, I get an easy mark every turn for no cards. An easy mark whenever you don't spin the card.
It's way better.
It's way better.
It's way better.
It's wee better.
Stem hack.
It's basically a hedge fund.
Andy with stem hack?
Whoa.
What is this? This is madness.
Whoa. I like that.
I love that card.
Yeah, man, I like it. I always like to see it. I wish it would make it into my decks.
Is that a shard? I can't.
That is a shard. I think that's the discard 2 from hand shard.
I love that shard.
I was running with Edward Kim, and I found out that, like, I always just wanted to access. I didn't want to defer access to the shard. But I think Kim is about the only one who might feel that way.
You just pay for it. Just pay 7.
Yeah, that's true.
You pay 7 for 2 random accesses.
That's a good point. I've never thought about that. I'm just kidding. I've thought about
I
it.
was about to say, I don't believe you.
I like money.
How about that Eve just saving the day?
Oh, man. I mean, what is that, a click for like 1,000 credits?
That's what it feels like whenever an Eve finally gets it all off of her.
What was it, 16?
Yeah.
It's 5 to get 16, so you're not 11 for a click?
Yep.
That's real good. I mean, I'm not sure that there's a single card in the game that beats that. Oh, there's an R&D interface. So I really hate seeing R&D interface before the run. I would have liked an R&D, run R&D like next turn, you know? Mm-hmm. Does Sasha have... No, he has ice over the top, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Here we go. We've got it.
He has to res this. Like...
No res.
Okay.
Tim says he has to, and he doesn't.
What could it be that you don't res?
Stolen in domestic sleepers. Ah, the coolest card to steal.
It's actually the worst card.
Now we've got to wait. We got to watch out for like frame job, you know, and data dealer.
Yeah.
Ah, we made the same joke.
That's how you know it's
Sasha's in a pickle. We call this a pickle. I mean, this is a huge. I mean,
we call this a pickle.
The rig is set up. Stealth is active. Desperado's in play. R&D interface is here.
The thing is, Ryan can't get in that remote.
Yeah, you can just start chaining stuff, I suppose.
Like, it's so safe in that remote. Because we know he's not running inside job.
Well, he's running stem hack. He may well be running inside job. I don't know.
When's the last time you saw someone run stem hack and inside job?
Yeah, I don't know.
Stem job.
My old wizard deck is what.
The quest completed deck.
The quest completed. All right, so we're gaining some money and we're running R&D. Getting 1 for Desperado. Seeing 2 cards. They go back under. And another Eve campaign comes up. So Sasha really in the money. What he's not in right now is points.
He's got 2.
That's true. He does have 2. 2 to 4. And he knows he has no points coming. So he could score here if he had... That would tell us they probably had another agenda in hand during that legwork run. But we know he has Biotic, so I don't think he'd risk it in the remote here. He's got so much... He's got money for days. All right.
What
there we
agenda
go.
was that?
It doesn't matter. It's a blank. It's a 2-pointer. He only has 2 Gia in the deck, so... Gila?
I think it's properly Gila.
So we're 4-4 here.
Yep.
What's happening?
The shovel's coming out.
The shovel's coming out, and man, that sand being up now creates a bit of a problem. You can't get in to do anything about it. And if you spend all this money and time getting in and trashing a sand,
biotic it.
Puts you way behind, and then you get bioticed. Sasha knows there's not... I think he's still 1 card away from the last R&D interface access, so he knows he doesn't have points coming on the next mandatory draw. And could be saving that R&D ice. Unfortunately, I'm thinking about Archer, and I just don't think it's great.
Legwork.
Right, there's a legwork, and looking to maybe install that shard here. Install discard 2, and then run archives. Not a bad choice. Got to be careful, though, because security testing is still over there. I've seen that mistake a million times.
Yep.
My oops, forgot about security testing moment. Even Elad had that at Worlds.
Yeah.
That was a heartbreaker.
He was so...
He
knew it.
That was a heartbreaker.
He came to terms with it immediately, but he was just so... You could see the frustration at yourself in that one.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew to move it. I
knew it, yeah. This was just a mistake. Oh, draws a Dirty Laundry. That's actually a pretty decent little boost here. I think he's going to hit Archives with that. There he goes. Boy, that's money. That is such money.
You mean the click for 6 credits? That click?
Yeah. And so this is looking good here. Now, he does have Siphon in hand. He could start to bully the Siphon. But with the Eve campaign, it doesn't matter.
That's the problem. He can just score still.
Draws into an agenda, he scores.
I think you legwork here if you're going to do an HQ run.
And he's trashing the
Okay.
Eve. Yeah, that's
fair.
Totally fair. I think that's a good... There's a lot of lines there. I think that's a good line. That opens up his Siphon now. See what Sasha does here.
Boom.
Install scores.
6 points.
Nuts. There were so many agendas in that hand. It's been loaded all game.
Fresh R&D now, though.
Well, now I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm supremely... I'm like, kind of just focused on this game.
Surely he doesn't have another one in his hand, right?
It would be very hard to believe that. I mean, given the nature of the R&D checks, I don't
trying to
even
do the
think
math
it's
in my
possible.
head if it's
I don't think it's
possible.
possible. So we've got NAPD, beta test, and 2 Gia hands versus 4. There we go.
That's nice.
Oh, thanks.
I appreciate you, Ryan and Sasha.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Sasha?
Sasha?
Sasha.
5 cards in hand. Boy, IQ at 5 strength. Passport just doesn't like that, man.
I mean, Passport. It's not happy with it. 5 to break it? Okay.
Ugh. Sasha can build a server. That's a guy who can build a server.
That's why I call him the builder.
He's got a lot of construction-based nicknames.
Yeah, that's why we call him the construction worker.
The helmet. Man, how has this turned? It turned right in front of me and I missed it. I feel like I looked away and Sasha was on 6 points and winning the game.
How about that switchblade doing work?
He's doing some serious work here.
You have to check R&D here, right?
Yeah, and he's letting him in. I mean, not even a res.
Nothing.
Okay. All right, we can relax a little bit here.
Unless there's one in hand.
No, there cannot be an agenda in hand. I just don't. We know Biotic's already spoken for. We've seen there was 2 R&D runs that didn't yield anything. 2 cards each. Those cards came into hand. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't think there is.
If he drops an agenda here, I'm gonna have to rewind.
Rewind.
Flip the script. If he plays fast track, I'll applaud him.
Yeah. Fast track biotic install.
Man.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, it would be.
Does he run fast track?
No, I don't think so. No,
Probably should.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fast track is always great whenever it's the perfect time for fast track.
I mean, he's running CyberDex virus suites.
That is true.
Not that card's bad.
No. I think there's some concern about the medium bombs and stuff. And just Data Sucker Andy, but I'd be curious to know how it did on the day for him. Man, spending all of his money
Siphoning.
to siphon. And he's gaining 8 back. I don't know. And 1 back for Desperado.
I think that's fair. He's on 0 money now.
That's probably going to get him another R&D shot here to at least get a couple points. I think right now the name of the game is R&D lock.
Yeah, I agree with that. 3 credits.
Sasha could risk it to draw through, and then we have a legwork on the return. So Andy in a good position here. No matter who's playing Andy, I always say Andy. Never say the person's name.
Ryan.
I think it's that's the way with runners because they're named, right? I would never say an engineering the future installs a card.
That's fair.
Sounds cold.
What
Oh, and look at that stem hack. Let's not forget we could stem hack. We could stem hack and trash that. We can trash the sand because there's no breaker.
You can't break the IQ.
You can't break the IQ.
Oh, Passport. How I love and loathe thee. I was looking at my criminal deck the other day, and this is going to sound crazy, but I had Peacock in my hand.
Oh, baby.
Thinking about putting it in.
There it is. Yeah, hey, I went through a weird phase with Force of Nature, too.
It's just like, it's almost there.
Yeah, and you think to yourself, even if I could break with this, I would never want to.
No.
Even if it was on the board. And so it's probably not worth having.
Sometimes you just have to break it.
Yeah, sometimes just go to a different server. I think you got to control R&D here, Tim. Are you with me on this?
I am with you.
There's a lot of shard touching going on here, but I think HQ is just dry as a bone. And trashing an Adonis or a Jackson. Jackson. And stealing an APD. Now we're at 6-6, guys.
It's anybody's game.
Oh, we could see a stem hack here. We could see a stem hack for 2 more cards. Could we not? Oh, he's only got 1 credit? I think he can go in there. Can he get in there?
Why does he only have 1 credit?
Sasha?
Yeah. Didn't he gain 3 last turn?
Something happened. He did something. I don't know.
I think that it might have gotten knocked off the table. I don't know. He hasn't spent money on anything.
I don't think so. Where did that money go? So now, yeah, this is a gut check moment here.
I think you stem hack it.
This is a big moment, man.
2 new cards?
Just an amazing... why is this the greatest game ever? Stem hack R&D, you gotta love that play. Oh no, HQ?
What?
Steven does not understand, but he's going to shard it. And pop for 2. Oh, Tim. No, I don't think so.
So he's just discarding 2?
Yeah, I don't think he's got access potential here either. Steven and Tim in the booth. Mouths open.
I don't understand. Why?
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe, I don't know, man. I mean, if he sniped an agenda, then that's something, but...
Isn't he, if he stem hacks R&D, he's getting 2 random accesses still.
Correct.
But he's actually accessing them.
It's actually accesses that aren't sharded hand that obviously has had no agendas
Sharded.
forever. I'm sure there's some good reasons, man. See, that's the thing. If Sasha just drew into an agenda right there, that could have been a stolen agenda.
Yeah,
I still think Sasha lost some money too. I could have just missed it though.
What did he spend it on? There's nothing to spend it on.
You're right. We're like an old married couple.
What if that's the agenda out there in
this car around? Oh, it's Jackson. So Jackson throws it back in. It must have been an agenda. Sasha dug for that Jackson, it seemed like. I would love to talk to these guys about this game. I still think R&D was 100% the right call.
Unless it wasn't.
Did Sasha even have an opportunity to get an agenda in hand?
I would have to go back and watch it more thoroughly.
There may have been one card that snuck through there on like a first turn draw. If it were a game, I could tell you.
If it were a game?
You know, like whenever somebody says if it were a game, I would have like caught that, you know, when they drop a ball or something.
Oh.
Would have had it in a game.
Yeah.
I'd have been keeping track
If you were playing,
if I was actually playing.
Yeah. That's fair.
I say that now, but sometimes I get a little loose.
It's interesting that he just popped the Jackson immediately, by the way. Right?
Did he not run it?
I think he just installed Jackson and popped it.
Really? I thought he ran it. I thought it was run.
Did I could have missed
I think it was run. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, gains a Desperado. So he popped it on the R&D run. Boom. So that to me says that he did not have an agenda in the discard from the shard. I think he popped Jackson to lower the odds of accessing an agenda in R&D off this first R&D run.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Without a doubt at this point. So I think we're not crazy, you know. We're not insane.
There's some neural talk on the table.
Yeah, a lot of neural EMP talk. There have been some weird engineering the future decks running neural EMP.
I've seen plenty of HB decks that run neural.
I've seen them too, Tim.
I lost one at Nationals.
Really?
Custom Biotics combo deck to do 6 EMPs.
Oh, don't you love that those decks exist in the way that you hate that they exist?
Spent the first half of the game drawn for Plastic Cream. Install it, run! Dead.
Oh, drawn for Plastic Cream, and then he neurals you out. Those decks are so annoying because they'll never win. They just take you out.
Yep.
They just basically just bully the Swiss rounds and then lose. I don't like that. So mandatory draw, Gia hands, and then installs on the Sansan could easily be an NAPD contract.
It's fairly safe there.
Yeah, what? You know, like 0 cards in hand? But
Yes,
then again,
the top deck and inside job.
Should Sasha have waited and just pulled the Biotic Sansan play? It's only about a turn away, I think. Yeah, it's only a turn away.
Yeah.
Unless he nailed those Biotics with the shard.
Which is also possible.
Very possible. A lot of unknowns in the game of Netrunner.
Don't look at them because they're modifying everything. Don't pay attention to us. Don't pay attention to us.
First click is draw.
Was it an inside job? 2, 3, 4 is R&D.
2 is R&D. And now I would love to know what this ice is. No, red is click, man. Could probably Archer. I have to think it's Archer. Adonis?
I feel like if it's Archer, you res it earlier, maybe.
Nothing. And there it is.
Woo!
That is wild. Sasha drawing nothing but agendas. If ever a person has earned the nickname The Shovel, my goodness, man.
It's
that's
without
impressive.
a doubt, Sasha.
I think well played on both ends. I would die to know what R&D ice is right there, honestly, and to know about the shard.
I would also
know
want to know what was discarded with shard and what were the top 2 cards of R&D were that turn.
Well, guys, what a heater! That means Sasha gets to face Jeremy yet again
In the grand
finals.
finals.
Gonna have to beat him twice. Pretty much an impossibility from my experience playing Jeremy. We're gonna see if Sasha can do it. Stick with us, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you at the finals.
Thanks, guys.